Hi there, my name is Beck, and you're the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. This is a review of Batman issue 106 in volume 3, apparently. Now, I am out of the loop of American comics. This week, I'm getting back into the loop. I'm starting to do contemporary comic book reviews. I haven't really read American comics for years, since like 2015, 2016. I kind of noticed them getting to be crap, and yeah, my pool has got smaller and smaller every week, and I wasn't that connected to comics, US comics anyway. So I guess kind of like let the habit drop, and I've observed through the rest of media the implosion of media, for everybody for the same reason, as this cultural divide became deeper and deeper and deeper, and the people making comics, in this case, the side of the people buying comics, were very bad people and didn't like them, it didn't really work out so well. So DC essentially imploded. Marvel's just being pumped money by Disney. Who knows how much longer this whole thing's got to go. But anyway, I write and draw comics as well, which is I got an Indiegogo up right now. This is freaking awesome. Go check it out. The links are in the video notes. But it occurred to me, I have a YouTube channel, which I started basically to sell my comics, right? To sell my comics. But then I started my channel, kind of grew into a Doctor Who channel. I am a massive Doctor Who fan. I freaking love Doctor Who. I love comic books, love geekdom in general. But I figured I should really start doing some comic reading, content for my channel. If I wanted swell its ranks with comic readers, it's this kind of sharp thinking that got me to the position where I am today. So anyway, I'm going to be reviewing Batman by, who is it, James Tynion the Fourth. I don't know anything about it going in, right? I'm going in as a complete newbie. Again, this is my the first batch. I did America Chavez. I did a review of that. I did Swamp Thing. Wasn't bad, the Swamp Thing. It wasn't great, wasn't bad. And this is the third comic I am reviewing. Before we get into it, though, can I ask you, can you hit the like button? That'd be freaking awesome, man. And I do want to reiterate, even if you don't like it, even if you really don't like it, or you don't like me, hit the like button, hit the share button, because listen, if I'm irritating you, then you want to irritate other people. It's kind of fun to irritate other people sometimes, so like, share, subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I can't think of a good pitch for you to subscribe if you don't like me, but yeah, maybe you like me. Hit the subscribe button. I'm nearly at 2,900 subscribers. That'll be fantastic, double dozy. And again, please don't forget to go and check out my Indiegogo. 2 stonking great graphic novels. One's 105 pages and one is 220 pages, and they're freaking awesome, and there's tons of great fantastic extras that you get with them. I mean, you get posters. I told you I'm a great big Doctor Who fan. You get a couple of posters, and these are big old posters as well. And also you get the For the Male Gaze cards. 5 salacious art cards based on what titillated me as a 12-year-old, and still does pretty much the same thing today. So we got a James Bondy one, we got a Judge Dreddy one. Now that's the comics I grew up reading. 2000 AD, Judge Dredd. Don't even think it, citizen. Judge Anderson, I'm thinking it. It's time for me to go to the ISO cubes. Party Like It's 1999. It's another great one. And we have No Hanky Panky in the TARDIS. If you don't know who these people are, you should go check them out. And finally, I'm Sensing Strong Emotions Captain. The great thing about Indiegogo is that, you probably end up getting more than you pay for, as we've already swelled the ranks of it quite a lot. Fine, let's talk about Batman issue 106. Okay, I'm going in as a complete newbie. I have a rough idea of Batman. Last time I read Batman really solidly was Court of Owls. I quite like that. And then Grant Morrison did, Professor Pig or something? It was Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely, and I always liked that combination. I can't even remember what the name. It wasn't All-Star Batman. It was something else. They did All-Star Superman. But that was basically where I fell out of comics. And I missed the whole, again, I can't remember the name of the guy who did the absolutely awful run from what I heard, but I never read it. So here's the thing: I'm going in as a newbie, not knowing anything about the continuity. And one of the things I'm going to be judging this on is how well it brings me in, how it brings me in as a new reader. And I tell you, it really does well. It really does well as that. There's certainly things going on that I don't understand, but it unfolds everything in a very organic manner. And again, just brings in new readers. Also, it helps that this is the beginning of a story arc. So again, great artwork. I quite like this cover. I kind of like the minimalism of it, and Scarecrow in it. The realization of Scarecrow, absolutely excellent. Let's start looking at the artwork. So by James Tynion IV. I again don't know him, and I'm going to say his name wrong. Jorge Jimnez is the artist with Tomeu Morey as colors. I think the colorist and artist should really be equal nowadays, because it's really so important a part of the comic reading experience, especially this type of comic. And I really want to zoom in on something to show, which I really love this technique, this kind of like letrotone technique they got going on. These little dots here. Can I? You can see it like that. And you can't really see it unless you pay attention, but it's got a really, I do like that feel that it gives, and I think that's probably more on the colorist side than the artist side. But again, working well together. So we start off, we're in the we're in the average villain lair, some a disused hospital, and we have a character, we don't know who it is, strapped down, Clockwork Orange style, being forced to watch something, and we find out pretty early on it's Scarecrow. So again, my real knowledge of Batman and the superhero universe comes much more from movies. Like, I know, what was the one that Scarecrow was in? Was that Batman Begins? Or Batman Begins. Yeah, so yeah, I kind of know him from that. I used to watch Flash before it got excruciating. So I got the idea of the whole like expanded Arrowverse is kind of like the Batverse. I hear, I'm a geek, so I hear stuff that's going down. But great realization of Sandman here. Not Sandman, of Scarecrow here, and. I like that it's well written because it gets into his raison d'etre. I do like how this writer James Tynion is able to write from everybody's point of view as if they are the hero of their own story, which adds a real level of realism to it, right? So everybody thinks they're doing the right thing. So we find out pretty early on this person strapped to the chair is supposed to be Batman, but is he? I'm guessing he probably isn't. And then he's doing something to whoever's in the chair. Again, they say it's Batman, but is it Batman? It might be. But then we go into Flashback again. Really great art. I love the kinetic motion of the Batmobile here. I like the design of the Batmobile. I like the rendering of Batman. It just, I think this is real prime. This is what I think of when I think of like a contemporary Batman. I really like it. Another thing that I liked about this was there's this current trope in comics where you can't draw men looking masculine or women looking feminine, and we have Oracle here. And again, this is all like third-hand information. I kind of heard about Oracle before, Birds of Prey, whatever sort of thing. Is she not in a wheelchair? It doesn't look like she is, but she's drawn like a very attractive woman, which I freaking love. I freaking love that. There's no fear of masculinity or femininity, which is something that I find all pervasive in modern culture. I think there's this thing they really want you to believe that men and women are interchangeable. I think that comes from the idea that men and women are equal, which of course they are. Men and women are completely equal, but they've equated equality with interchangeability. And no, then equality with sameness. No, men and women are different. They are reflective of each other. And I think running away from masculinity and femininity is just a bad idea. So again, Oracle here looks fantastic, well drawn, great color. This is a recommend. I'm so surprised this is a recommend. The things I heard about modern comics, I heard that they were awful. And this is $4.99 as well. I thought, oh man, I'm going to pay $4.99 for this. I am totally on board for buying the next issue. I want to know more. So then there's a new character introduced. It might not be new to you. It's new to me. Ghostmaker, who he's working with Batman. And I'm like, well, I understood what was going on. It's like a Batman friend, but with that, and I'm now intrigued to go and learn more. That's the right way of doing it. That's the right way of doing exposition, where you lay out breadcrumbs and the reader can follow what's going on, but he wants to know more. So kudos. They really did a good job there. And look at this page here. I absolutely love this page. For me, I did think it's really, really working, come together. So there's a whole lot of stuff going on. There's Harley Quinn there. There's so now I'm starting to pick up on the Batman continuity, which I'm out the loop of. There's been like Joker Wars, the Arkham Asylum has been blown up or something, and all the crazes are running through Gotham. There's this what's it called? The Unsanity group that is kind of like this grassroots social media evil group. But again, everyone's written from the perspective of they're the hero, which really love it. I really, really love that. I love this rendition of Harley Quinn. I think she's trying to be a hero, right? I think that's where that works. She's not like the star of the comic. She's not the best as ever. She's Harley Quinn, right? Which again, I like. So then we get this. And also we open up with this great action sequence with Batman and what's his name again? Ghostmaker taking down this. These kind of generic villains, the Unsanity, I think they're called. But yeah, listen, it's a good piece of kinetic action that brings you into the story. First you get intrigue, then you get kinetic action. They're doing well. Then we get some more plot threads added in. This is a sort of Steve Jobs kind of guy. You get the feeling he's a little bit creepy. There's something weird going on with him. And he's trying to sell some high-tech police supervillain intervention thing, like basically a super suit for the police to deal with supervillains, so they don't have to rely on superheroes, which I think is a great idea. I think that's a great idea, great plot point, and I'm intrigued to see where this goes and what the deal is with this guy. Then I get introduced to a little bit more of current Batman lore. Apparently, he's lost his billions. He's living in a building. He's not like broke. He's in a pretty swanky building. But they have this little bit where reporters are checking in on now not billionaire Bruce Wayne. Want to get an interview with him, and the neighbors don't like him. They try and make him out to be really bad. So he moves basically. Then we get to see a little bit more of Batman's day to life. He's got this new Batcave going on in the garage of this building. He's working with this guy, Peacemaker. What's it called again? Not Peacemaker. It's called. I've got to go back and look now. It's called Ghostmaker. Listen. I'm intrigued. I'm on board. I'm interested. The art's good. The story's good. Pacing is good. The pacing is really, really good. It's pacing is something that's often lost in a story where things are either drag or they go too quickly. This, I feel like I wasn't gypped for my $4.99. I feel like I actually had a real entertainment experience for it, and so and then at the end we're leaving on a cliffhanger. Is this new mayor of Gotham somehow connected to Scarecrow? Who knows or dares to dream? Then you also get a Robin backup strip. So again, thank goodness I read Frank Whiteley and what's his name, Batman, which introduced Damien to me, who I had no idea who he was. So Damien now he's basically the son of Ra's al Ghul's daughter. You see how much I don't know. Ra's al Ghul's daughter and Batman. And now he's returned back to whatever her name is, to whatever it was, because he's fallen out with Batman. I do like this artwork as well. It's a different feel to it. It feels kind of like was it Chris Bachalo? I don't think it's him. What's the name of this artist? I do have the credit in front of me. This is by Gleb Melnkov. Never heard of him. Joshua Williamson I've heard of, but I don't think I've read anything of his. But this is just a solid little good story. So Damon goes back to Ra's al Ghul's daughter, who I really should try and learn her name by next month. And they're attacked by more freaky spin-off assassins. Like, again, thank God I watched Arrow, because this filled me in on everything. Yeah, if you're plugged into pop culture the last few years, you'll be fine. You'll be fine picking up the pieces. We get a good fight, and it ends on a good cliffhanger. Again, intrigued me to want to read more. So again, a newbie coming into it. I'm very satisfied. I'm going to give this one 7.5 out of 10. A 7.5 out of 10. I think that's fair. It's a recommend. It's totally a recommend. I think it's worth your time. I think it's worth your money. You know what else is worth your time and money? My freaking Indiegogo. My freaking Indiegogo is definitely worth your time and money. Go check it out. If it's not for you, go share it. That'd be fan-dabby double dozy. My name is Cedar Beckin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified. Not notice. You are notified when new videos drop.